It's true. What you've seen in the title of this video, I am in fact switching from Canon to... I'm not going to share what I'm switching to quite yet. So you kind of have to just watch a little more to find out what I'm switching to. But let me just give some history as far as my experience with Canon and why I'm switching. To start off, my entire career, I've shot on Canon. I no longer own this camera, but this is Eric's 5D Mark IV. Arguably the camera that really changed my career, the way that I shoot, the way that I compose, everything. This was the camera that really kind of took my career from a place of trying to figure out my voice and then really solidifying my style. It was with this 5D4 camera. So yeah, I have some EF glass here that is not really mine because I got rid of almost all of it. I'm gonna show you guys what I'm shooting on right now. So I'm actually shooting on, I was gonna go like this, but a lot of this stuff is not mine. So I'm just gonna move to the side. Don't they look so cool? This is a Canon R6, and then this is the Canon R. Unlike the 5D4, these are mirrorless cameras. I feel like I'm trolling everyone right now. I'm not trolling you, kind of, but I'm switching from Canon to Canon. I am kind of trolling you. That is not a lie. I am switching from Canon to Canon. It's not Sony, it's not Fuji, it's definitely not Nikon. Just kidding. I think Nikon cameras are great. But I'm switching from Canon to Canon. What I really mean by that is for the majority of my career, I have shot on DSLR cameras and then primarily EF glass, EF mount glass for Canon cameras. But over the course of a couple of years now, I've been shooting on mirrorless. I have migrated my entire camera body system to mirrorless. And over the past few months, I've been switching all my lenses from EF to RF. So that's really what I mean by switching from Canon to Canon. I'm switching from DSLR bodies and shooting on EF glass, and I'm switching to fully mirrorless to fully RF glass, which is native to these mirrorless cameras for Canon. So yes, it was a bit of clickbait and a bit of trolling you. Definitely not moving away from Canon. One of the large reasons is because it's the camera system I'm most familiar with. So I'm not even worried or thinking about camera settings, dials, how to operate the camera. I'm just thinking about what I'm trying to shoot and how to compose it. I'm just used to editing Canon images as well. And so I really felt that even though we as a studio talked about switching to another camera brand, it just didn't make sense when we thought about the work that we were gonna have this year, our workload, and not having to figure out another system to incorporate another workflow, even on the back end of data management and post-process, and just stick to Canon. And even though it feels like Canon has been a little slow to the punch with technology development, I really feel like even though Canon is slow, what they do release is very solid. So I have already purchased two RF lenses. One is the 24-70, one is the RF50, and then these are actually a few RF lenses that my friends Braxton and Steven have as well. So as you can tell, we as a group are moving really fully to both mirrorless for Canon and then RF glass specifically. We do a lot of work together, and that's the other big reason why I didn't want to switch from Canon was the amount of times that we're using each other's gear, that we're shooting together. It just made a lot more sense to shoot on the same system and now on the same type of glass as well to get the same results, so that there is this consistency over everything. That's it. I'm switching from Canon to Canon, and hopefully within a few months, I will no longer own any EF glass, and I will be fully on RF glass, which is the native mount for these R system Canon cameras. I'll make videos about the RF system and the RF glass eventually, but just like quick PSA, if you shoot Canon and you're shooting on any R cameras and you're not on RF glass yet, it's a big investment, a financial investment, but Steven really encouraged us to move to RF glass. And I will say from my very little experience so far with RF lenses, they're phenomenal. They're incredible. They're very sharp. The color rendering is very different from EF glass. You need to think about like a lot of this EF glass is like decades old. They haven't been updated. So having lenses that have been made within the past 2-3 years, you're gonna see a stark difference in quality. And so again, it is expensive, but if you're a Canon photographer, Canon filmmaker shooting on EF glass and you're shooting R system cameras, I would highly suggest moving to RF glass. And that's what I'm doing. Also, although I haven't purchased it yet, very, very soon, my plan, probably in the next month and a half, is to purchase the Canon R5. And so I don't have it, but I have used Eric's quite a bit. And Steven actually just purchased his own R5 that he just made an unboxing video on. And so if you want to see his first impressions of that camera, just hear a little bit about what the R5 camera is capable of, you can click his video link below and check out his video on the R5 unboxing. So that's it. Thank you so much. Like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Thank you so much. Goodbye. That's it. Canon. What camera am I shooting? Is it Canon? Canon to Sony? Sony to Fuji? Fuji to Nikon? What camera is it? I don't know. But it's Canon to something. I don't know. Clickbait for the win. YouTube. YouTubers. To the moon. Please click off. Please stop watching. This is getting unbearably bad.